Oversharing. Hello everybody, Tom here from the company code. Good morning, I hope you're all well today. Today I'm going to discuss what has become kind of a modern day trend really, particularly where social media is concerned. It's the idea of oversharing. Oversharing your thoughts, your feelings, what you're doing. And particularly with the follow-up maybe to the talk of the video I did the other week about suicide. While it's a very grim subject matter, I think we should always take time to consider somebody's mental health when they're oversharing. Oversharing, to be honest, is kind of and could be a cry for help. So if somebody is perhaps a little bit more open than what they'd usually be, with the opposite, because when some people plunge into depression, they go the other way and they become very quiet, very withdrawn, and don't say anything to anybody, keep it all inside, and then that's equally not very good. This is the other end of the spectrum. This is when somebody is probably a bit angry, rants and raves, and just gives you their whole life story, and they will basically talk to anybody. I remember when I was deep in my depression, I started a job, and I was very, very open with all of my new colleagues. And in hindsight, there's not any requirement for it. It's not a good thing. In a way, people didn't respect me as much. I'd have been better off saying nothing or just keeping it minimal details. But when you're in that mind state, you can't help it. You feel like you've got to get it off your chest in a way. But I'm here to tell you today that you don't need to overshare. You don't need to blab to the world your problems. Because I'm not being funny, other people have got their own problems. And while most people might hear you out, there's going to be many that probably won't. And there's going to be some that won't care. And I know that probably isn't what we want to hear, but it's a fact, you know. So the message here today is very clear. Remember, when you're posting stuff on the internet, when you're putting stuff on social media, that digital footprint is there forever. People will go, oh no, I've deleted it, or the post's been taken down. It's there forever. Someone could screenshot that, someone could save that, someone could use that against you in the future. And even if you do delete it, I've told you before, nothing is ever deleted. It gets shrank to a very, very small size. Somewhere that is saved, that is out there, and it will be out there permanently. Okay, so think very long and hard about what you're sharing with the world. Okay, and also think long and hard about what are you achieving by oversharing about your feelings. You know, my workplace recently, we had a couple of employees lose their job, and one of them pretty much said on social media, on Facebook, before the decision was made that maybe it's time for a new start and I'll be looking for another job. While he was probably resigned to his own fate a little bit, thinking he wasn't going to get out of it, didn't really help his cause when he's going to an appeal saying, I want to get another job. But with the mental health side, definitely. When someone is oversharing, it may be worth checking in to see if they're alright, because it's kind of like a wounded animal reaction. You know, things go wrong. As I've said, you either go into yourself and say nothing and withdraw from people, which is equally a very dangerous thing, or you go the other way and you're just telling everybody and everyone, doesn't matter who they are, how long you've known them, what their relationship is to you, all of your problems. And most normal people will hear you out a little bit, but there will be one or two that are just like, look, I don't want to know, I've got my own problems, you know, I'm not interested. And they'll be as blunt as that, and they'll probably make you feel worse. So the fact of the matter is, just consider next time you post something, what details needs to be in it, who needs to know, what am I trying to achieve by it, you know? If you're looking for sympathy or attention, it's not something that other people will take kindly to. If you're struggling and you feel you need to vent, maybe it's worth going to talk to a professional. Putting your feelings and thoughts on the internet, while there'll be a small circle of friends and family that do take notice and probably are concerned, the majority won't even acknowledge it. They'll just be like, okay, whatever. Harsh, but true. Message is clear here today. Think twice about oversharing, okay? It's out there and it stays out there. Alright. First of 3 videos this week, I want to say thank you all ever so much for listening. I really appreciate your time and energy spent here on my channel. Thank you kindly. Number 1 of number 3, as I said, put down in the comment section below. Are you someone that's overshared? I think we all have at one stage. I definitely have. I'm not proud of it, but it's something that at the time perhaps I look back on, maybe I needed that burst, that vent, that get off your chest moment. But doing it on social media probably wasn't the place. But it's done. Lesson learned now. I'm more private, keep myself to myself, and I don't engage my other people in my problems too much, because I appreciate others have got theirs, and I just generally get on and try and get on with life. Remember to hit that subscribe button down below, leave me a thumbs up and a like, and let's hear that bell sign go ding dong so you know my next content's out. Until then, I want to say thank you all ever so much for being here as always. I will be back with another video in a couple of days' time. Take care of yourselves, and bye for now.